Morning, gents. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Hot Takez podcast.
Today I'm joined with Xavier Kruger
How's it?
and Mujahid Gamieldien.
How's it going?
Today we're going to be talking about everything, starting off with the football from the weekend. So,
Yes.
First game, Fridays, 1st September, I'm going to be real, no one really cares, Luton versus West Ham.
So the score of that game was 2-1 to West Ham, by the way.
Yeah. So,
it means
let's go to the first actually entertaining game. We'll go Spurs 5-2 versus Burnley, where Son Heung-min scored a hat-trick.
Yes. So this is quite important for Spurs because Son hasn't exactly been on the best of forms, you know.
Yeah,
recently.
he hasn't been on good form recently, so it's a good way to start back up his career. But let's go to the games that we actually care about. Obviously, City winning 5-1.
Also, shocker, Brighton winning Newcastle.
Yeah, Brighton versus Newcastle. Most people are shocked at that. Even though my prediction was 4-0 to Brighton.
That's true.
Evan Ferguson with a hat-trick, massive boost for his career as he's only 21.
Even though he's going to get signed by Chelsea next season.
Probably for 75 mil or something like that.
Nah,
But
150
on
mil.
to the game we all care about.
Yes.
Liverpool versus Aston Villa. Darwin Núñez with an assist. 2 goals last week. Unfortunately, we didn't get to record at that time.
Yes,
But
unfortunately.
2 goals for Darwin. Zach, what do you think?
Nice. I'm thinking that's class, and I think this is going to really boost his confidence and get him like more into the game, you know?
Yeah, especially with he can speak English now, so he can actually communicate.
Well, he can't exactly
with
speak
viewers.
English, but he can
He's
like...
getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah. Anyways, by the way, there was a Matecash own goal, but I just
Yeah.
want everyone to know that Darwin took the shot.
And what a goal from Dominic Szoboszlai.
Yes,
that
it was class.
technique, exquisite.
Exquisite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know why I did that.
But it was exquisite.
Yeah. That was a very
Anyway,
good
so
goal.
on to the next game, we have Arsenal versus Man
versus
United.
Manchester United.
Possibly the biggest game of the weekend.
Yeah, it was the biggest game of the weekend. No one really cares about Aston Villa. Can't
Yeah,
lie.
anyways.
So 3-1 Arsenal.
Okay.
Martin Odegaard scoring a minute after Marcus Rashford's goal on the comeback. I want to tell you this: when I
Yeah.
die, put me in an Arsenal shirt because I might just come back.
Damn.
Anyway,
Okay. I see you.
Anyway, do you think that was offside? Be real. Do you think Garnacho's goal was? Do you think Garnacho's goal should have stood?
I don't think it should have stood because, first of all, why are you measuring from his shoulder, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's completely...
One thing I will say is that the Premier League's very inconsistent.
Yeah, especially, I don't know why, but Anthony Taylor just like annoys me.
Yeah, you see, like Gabriel, he's like pushing himself back, and they take it from his like the furthest point on his body, but they take it to the furthest back point
Yeah.
of Garnacho's body, which makes no sense. So I don't think it's offside.
I mean, I'm not
Xavier,
complaining
would you
though.
want to say anything? But the offside.
Well, based on what I've been hearing from everyone here, it sounds like it was an offside. I don't really watch much, but I'm going to say it's offside.
Okay, fair enough.
That's
Fair enough.
true.
Obviously, as an Arsenal fan,
So,
I think that it's obviously not the offside.
So some of the big things that happened in this game was the fact that even though Marcus Rashford scored to make it 1-0 in the 27th minute, Martin Odegaard scored in the 28th minute
To come back. And then, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Declan Rice.
Okay, but
96th minute winner. 6 minutes after the game's ended, in injury time, he scores the winner for Arsenal.
Yes.
And Gabriel Jesus buries it at the end.
I see assist there from Fabio Vieira.
Fabio Vieira.
Okay.
He's been very, very good recently.
I must say.
Came on in the last game, got 2 assists and 1 penalty. So
Okay,
he's playing very well recently.
Very nice.
And then Bukayo Saka winning man of the match.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now moving on to the player ratings from the weekend. We'll obviously only do the teams we support, Liverpool and Arsenal.
Yes.
And me and Zach are both going to be doing it. So we'll start with Zach with Alisson.
Okay, so Alisson, I'm gonna say it's a pretty good overall performance. Standard Alisson, top-notch performance. I'm gonna be giving him a 8 out of 10.
That's a good
quality.
shot. That's a good shot. In my opinion, he didn't really have much to do since Ollie Watkins was very quiet this game. So I'm gonna give Alisson a 7, not because he played bad, but purely because he had nothing to do. So that's my opinion. Then on to defenders. We're going to be talking about Joe Gomez first.
Yes, so in my opinion, Joe Gomez, he had a pretty calm game. It wasn't much challenging, but I feel like he was still stressing in some situations.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially when Diaby was pushing with that pace into the box.
Diaby's pace is crazy.
He's
bro.
phenomenal. So
Yeah.
I thought they really put it on a challenge for Joe Gomez, but I think he held up nicely, so I'm going to give him a 7.5.
Okay.
I don't know if you
Joe
can do
Gomez,
that, but
my
yeah.
opinion, he got the clean sheet, he got the job done, but my personal opinion, he could have been much stronger on the ball. Most of
definitely.
not Newcastle, most of Aston Villa's chances. Let's see how much shots they had. They had 9 shots, which is still a lot, but luckily Joe Gomez did keep the clean sheet. But in my opinion, I think that most of the chances came from his mistakes. So I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. So
and then
on to Andy Robertson. So I think he played well. His defense was, I would say his defense is pretty good. Like, he did get the ball back after losing it a couple of times. But once again, not much to do. I think most of the crossing into the box was done by Arnold in this game. So he was more calm, but good performance.
Yeah.
Clean sheet at the end of the day.
yeah,
And his distribution, I must say, is looking good. Like, especially to Soboslai.
yeah.
So I'm going to give him a 7.
I'm also gonna give him a 7. I think it was an all-round just good performance by Andy Robertson. And then we'll move on to Joel Matip.
Joel Matip. So I think Joel Matip this game, I think this is one of his better games. I think he took 2 shots?
Yeah.
2 shots. I know that he didn't score any, but it was a pretty good game from
That
him.
free header from him was horrific though.
Yeah,
he
like,
should be scoring
I must say that.
in my opinion.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair
Yeah,
to say because that he's basically looking at the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give him a 7. Well, I wouldn't give him a 6 because he's running on the ball. Was
He also
really
got
good.
the clean sheet. So,
Also got the
yeah.
clean sheet. I think he's looking quite confident on the ball again. And we all know Matip is with his dribbling. So I think that's good.
Yeah, and then last defender Trent. I want to go first for this one.
Yeah.
I think yesterday's Trent's performance was one of the best fullback performances I've seen so far in the league, because the way he cut
Yes.
into midfield and the balls he was distributing towards even Szoboszlai, to Salah, to Darwin, to Luis Diaz, it was all around good performance. That was a true captain's performance, and I think that's why Klopp gave him the armband. He was speaking, he was doing everything. It's a 10 for me.
I think I'm gonna give him a 10 as well. That was a quality overall performance from Trent. I
It was
must say.
absolutely amazing. And then on to the midfielders.
Yeah,
We'll start
I think
with
you can do the
Dominic
midfielders first.
Szoboszlai. Okay. So Szoboszlai, I think it was that finish in the 3rd minute. You're not warm. You just get onto the field, and to produce that type of finish is absolutely
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
That finish was crazy. If Trent wasn't playing, I would give Dominic Szoboszlai man of the match because he was absolutely superb. And I see why Klopp trusted him with Gerald's jersey, the number 8, because he was just amazing. It's a 9 for me.
So I'm gonna give him a 9 as well because I think his performance was really good. That finish was class. And remember, this isn't just any random keeper. This is Emi Martinez,
World Cup
quality
winner,
World Cup winner, saves the most penalties,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's really class. So I think to go out and put a performance like that, especially while
Yeah.
the keeper isn't tired or anything yet.
Yeah.
I think that's quality. Should I do McAllister?
Yeah, you can start with McAllister.
Okay, so McAllister, in my opinion, I think today was a decent game. I don't think he was that involved though. To
He
be
didn't
honest,
really have much to do since he was playing. He played in the 6th role this game,
Yeah,
which
I
is very
think-
interesting since Liverpool didn't sign one.
Yeah,
so
he's more of a cam, I would say.
I see Klopp's idea putting him in the 6th. He did a good job.
Yeah, he did, he did.
When someone plays as a holding midfielder and you don't see them on the ball, you don't really notice them in the game, then you know they've done a good job because they've done their job on the field.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I would give McAllister a 7.
I'm gonna give him a 7 as well. I think he played well, but not much to do from him anyways.
Yeah.
Because we were mostly in the opponent's half.
Yeah,
of
you
the
were.
game.
You were.
So
And
yeah.
then last midfielder Curtis Jones. I think out of the whole Liverpool's team, he struggled the most. I don't know if it's because he came back from that hamstring injury from the end of last season.
Yeah,
Could
yeah.
be that. But I don't think he had a very good game. Got taken off in the 65th minute. I mean, everyone in this Liverpool team did play well. They won 3-0. But I think he struggled the most a lot, and I'm going to give him a 5.
I'm gonna give him a 5.5 because I think when he had the ball, he was trying his best, but it wasn't enough, you know.
Yeah.
But he definitely didn't have a shocker performance.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was
It wasn't a shocker. It wasn't a shocker.
it was
yeah.
mediocre. I'd say it was
Yeah.
a mediocre performance.
And then with the forwards, we will start with Luis Diaz.
Yes, the Lucho. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll start as Lucho. So I think it was a very good performance from him today. I think because the fact that the way he controlled the ball was so good in the box. I think his decision making could have been a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because I did think he tried to go for a couple of shots when
Yeah,
he could have
did,
passed
he
him.
did.
But overall, very good performance. That's a 8.5 for me.
I really like Luis Diaz's performance yesterday. The way that he dribbled into the box, it was honestly like watching Ronaldinho. I know that's a hectic description of someone, but I think he did a very good job yesterday. The passes he was making in, even though he did want the goal a few times, and you can't blame him. He's
Yeah,
a
that's
striker.
true. That's
He
true.
wants goals. He wants to get assists.
But no, I think he's a left wing, sorry.
He's a left wing. He's a left
Yeah.
wing, yeah. But
But
he's still a forward.
Yeah.
He wants those goals. He wants those assists. He wants to be in the Ballon d'Or rankings, and he has a very bright future ahead of him. And I'll give him a 7 out of 10 for this game.
Yes,
And
very
then
nice.
moving on to Mo Salah, the right wing. He was linked to Saudi Arabia for 150 million.
Yes, shocker,
Before we
shocker.
go into his game, what do you, a Liverpool fan? Do you
Yes.
think they should have taken it on deadline day, 150 more for Mo Salah?
I think Salah's taking Liverpool is the correct decision for him because I think even though might not be the youngest forward we have.
Yeah.
He's still class, and I think that going to Saudi Arabia isn't just a good idea for him.
150 mil though. You're passing up on that.
Yeah,
Could
I'm
bring in
saying.
Bellingham. What are you thinking?
I can't lie. I think we over Bellingham.
Okay,
I don't think
that's
we
fair
want
enough,
him
that's fair
anymore.
enough.
Also, he's at Real Madrid as
Yeah.
well. So
how do you think he was this game?
I think he was third best in this game in my opinion. Like he was just absolute class. I think the way he dribbled was.
Sorry for that. Continuing with Salah.
Oh, Salah. So as I was saying, it was a quality performance from him today. I'd say he's the
agree.
third best player in our team today, behind Trent and Soboslai. I think the way his passing is so class as well, and his vision is just phenomenal. I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10. I think that was
good,
a
yeah.
good performance.
Also, to be 31 and have that pace is crazy.
Yeah, his pace
the
is
way that he
phenomenal.
was riding past Matty Cash,
yeah,
it was very good.
And Matt Cash isn't even that
Yeah.
slow.
But because I gave Szoboszlai a 9, Szoboszlai was my man of the match. Besides Trent, Szoboszlai was my man of the match. I'm gonna give Salah 8
Yeah,
because I think that he could have upped his game. There was a few chances that he missed, but still a good performance. And then lastly,
Darwin Núñez.
Darwin Núñez.
Darwin.
Now, all I'm gonna say is 10. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else. I'm not giving you a reason why. All I'm saying is Darwin Núñez gave a 10 out of 10 performance, especially from being doubted by everyone.
Yes,
being doubted by everyone, then coming on against Newcastle, arguably on the best form in the league. Obviously not anymore. They
Yeah,
lost 2
but-
games in a row. Coming on 15 minutes into the game, banging in 2 goals, winning it for your team. Next game coming back, giving 2 assists, and just leaving the field. And after everyone hating on you, 10 out of 10.
In
performance
my
for me.
opinion, he deserves the biggest apology.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
yeah.
his first season doesn't speak English at all. Comes
Yeah.
from Portugal, and now he brings in this banger performance.
Yeah.
I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna describe him in one word. Okay, or should I go more in depth because you kind of just said
you
him.
can do whatever you want.
I think I'm gonna go more in depth. So, because I think Darwin Núñez's pace is just phenomenal, and his pace and strength. It's not like he's like a Diaby or something who's just
Yeah.
fast, but like can't handle getting into the box that well. I think he's just so good, and his positioning as well is phenomenal. Because if you look at some of the highlights, you can see Mohamed Salah just immediately knows where Núñez is gonna go.
Yeah.
Now that partnership, I
That's
think
chemistry.
that's chemistry.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be very good for
Also,
Liverpool.
I think
in the
Núñez
future.
brings a very strong thing to Liverpool.
Yes.
Because you see Firmino, obviously very crucial in that Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino
Yeah.
and Salah partnership. But I think Núñez brings a new thing to the table as he's a complete striker. He has the pace, he has the shooting, and he's not going to come back into midfield. He's going to be in the box at all
Yeah,
times waiting
like,
for that cross.
he's always
so
lying
I
on the
think he's a
line.
very good addition. But
Very close.
that's-
I'm gonna give a 10 on 10 performance. It's phenomenal.
Valid. That's Liverpool player rate. Okay, now on to Arsenal. Game of the game week.
Yes.
Arsenal winning 3-1 against Manchester United, absolutely owning them like we always do.
Can we just start off by saying that Johnny Evans was the worst player on this pitch?
I can't lie, having Johnny Evans and
I just wanna
Johnny
say-
Evans and Harry Maguire on the same field is criminal.
Yeah.
let's get to starting.
Remember, this is Man United.
Yeah.
Manchester United.
Yeah,
The Red
so
Devils.
We'll start off with Aaron Ramsdale. I think that we should not go into as much depth. We should just do
Yeah.
it plain. So Aaron Ramsdale, I think he had a good performance. He had nothing really much to do. That Rashford shot and a few other shots from Bruno Fernandes. I think that he could have done better than what he did. Like his positioning wasn't that great, but I also think that at the end of the day, he did make 5 saves. Played well. I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10.
I think I'm gonna give him a 7 as well. You just have to correct me on some of these ratings because I kind of had to leave the game
Yeah, that's fine.
about the 70th minute.
Yeah.
I had to go to my auntie's house.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say from what I saw, and Ramsdale, 7 out of 10 quality. I mean, at the end of the day, it's 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll move on to Gabriel Magalhaes. Gabriel not being in the team during preseason, not being in the team for the first 2 game weeks. Everyone thought that he was gone. Thought Arsenal's gonna sell him. Saudi Arabia bidding 70 million for him. We thought he was gonna go. I'm gonna be real. I thought he was gonna go. I'm a very big fan of him. The first game coming back in against Manchester United, against one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League ever, and to produce a performance like that, I think he was very well. I think he closed up Bruno Fernandes a lot. He owned Anthony and Højlund when he came on gave Gabriel a bit of a challenge, but I think he was very well. I'm gonna give him an 8.
Yeah. I'm gonna say he played very well. I mean, remember because since he hasn't been playing a lot recently, like this is a whole new environment to him.
Yeah.
Well, it's not new, but like it's gonna be a change of scenery because
Yeah.
now imagine you in training and everything. Clearly, he's been training hard, which I think is good, and I think this is gonna give him confidence on the road ahead.
Yeah.
Because especially to come from training for a couple of weeks and then boom, suddenly onto Emirates. Like,
Yeah.
how much fans? Are 80,000 fans?
Yeah, 60,000.
60,000 fans. That's
Yeah.
a lot of fans. And just to come on and bring a performance against Man United,
Yeah.
like he never left. I think that's gonna give him good confidence, and I'm gonna give him a 8.2 out of 10.
Okay. Alexander Zinchenko. I watched the whole game. I've watched Arsenal's whole
yeah.
season. We've played well, but when Alexander Zinchenko played, we play so much better. With the way he cuts into midfield, he may not be the best defender. I'll give him
Yeah,
that. He may not be that good at defending, but when he cuts into midfield and he creates chances, he's so good. Like when Zinchenko plays, it's like our chances are better. We look more energetic. I'm gonna give him an 8 as well. I think he played very well. Unlucky to get subbed off in the 76th minute, but I think that's the game. Maybe trying to rest him. And when
Yeah.
Tomiyasu came on, fresh legs. But yeah, I'll give Zinchenko an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Zinchenko played pretty well. I mean, he is a good player overall. Like but I think that he's just not on the level of like Ben White, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give him a 7.5. I think it was still a good performance. You guys won, and it's definitely a future ahead of
Yeah.
him.
And then Ben White, my opinion, he was alright. He wasn't that good, he wasn't that bad. He played centre back for the first 3 games of the season, coming back in against Manchester United and Arteta having to play him back at right back again. He was a bit rusty since playing centre back the whole season. Right back is a much more energetic and a much more the modern right back, the modern full back has to do a lot more work. And I think that he did that role very well, especially since being a bit rusty. You could see he was a bit rusty, but I'll give him a 6.5 out of 10 because I still think he did the job at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think coming back into the team and having to take on was it Marcus Rashford?
Yeah, Rashford.
I think that is difficult because remember when you
One
play
of the
centre
best
back,
wingers.
you don't have to run that much.
Yeah.
You still have to move, but especially coming on the right wing with Rashford attacking you, and we all know the pace Rashford has.
Yeah.
I think his performance was. I mean, he wasn't that like. He wasn't phenomenal. He wasn't phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I think a 7.5 is a
Yeah.
fair one as well.
Then William Saliba, Rolls Royce 7. That's it.
Oh.
He was good. He was good. I feel like there's so much pressure on him now because he was the standout man last season. He got injured. Everyone, basically, our backline is relying on Saliba to save them. So I think he did his job. I'll give him a 7.
I think he was okay. My opinion, Gabriel Magalhaes play better. Or I don't know if that's how you say his name. But I'm gonna give him a 7, William Saliba, because I mean at the end of the day he's still Komulala, and he's gonna bang in that performance. I
Yeah.
believe.
Then onto the midfield, we'll start over Kai Havertz, the worst other lot. I'll give him a 2 out of 10. He missed open goals. It was an open goal. He had the ball dropped to his feet, and he missed an open goal. You can't really do that much. That was
Absolutely horrible.
supposed to be the one that sends his career up, get his confidence up.
Yes.
But he absolutely missed it. That was like the Darwin Nunes of last season.
Okay, buddy.
So Kai Havertz, I'll give him a 2 out of 10. Also, the only goal Manchester United scored, bad pass from him. Bruno Fernandes gets it on the counter, and we know how good Manchester United is on the counter. So
Yeah.
it's a 2 for me.
Yeah, in my opinion, it was a phenomenally bad experience overall for someone watching the game. If you turn on the television, you would have just died immediately watching that. That was possibly the worst performance ever witnessed by anyone at the Emirates ever. Like in my opinion, it's worse than than the 8-2. Absolutely shite, but
Yeah.
that's a 1 out of 10, bro. That's
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I don't care.
And then on to the next one, Martin Odegaard, our captain. He scored our first goal straight after Rashford, getting teams to the back up. He didn't even celebrate, just ran to the fans. We back in it. We were never out of it. I'll give him a 9, Martin Odegaard.
Martin Odegaard. Okay, now this is definitely the guy that is running this midfield here. Besides Declan Rice, I think Martin Odegaard has just got the experience with the rest of the team now in a bit, and he's just been class. Like even for the past 2 seasons, he's just been so good. That's a 9 out of 10.
And then Declan Rice, my man of the match, not because he scored the winning goal. He was just perfectly good all around. If I'm Arsenal, if I own Arsenal, I'm giving Declan Rice and West Ham. First of all, in Declan Rice, I'm giving him a clause of 1 mil per match. And I'm giving West Ham an extra 150 mil for this guy.
It's economically
He is
viable.
so good.
It's not economic.
He is one of... Besides Odegaard, over the past 10 years, we've seen Arsenal have amazing midfielders. Cesc Fabregas, Martin Odegaard. Who else is there? Mesut Ozil. There's just so much. Aaron Ramsey. They've all been very good for
Partey
Arsenal.
once was good.
Yeah, he's very good. Unfortunately, injured now. Declan Rice, I think by the end of this season, Declan Rice, I know it's early to call. I think Declan Rice will be one of the best Arsenal midfields over this past generation because he's so good. He adds so much value. It's 10 out of 10 for me. He was the best player on the field.
Okay, in my opinion, I think calling Declan Rice a generational talent might be overstepping a little bit. It's still his first game, but if he plays like this for this season, then I think it's fair to say that he might even be in the Ballon d'Or rankings if he keeps up this performance. I mean, from a midfield, that's difficult. 10 out of 10, bang performance, and was the guy that put him ahead. In the 90 plus 6 minute.
Then moving on to the attack, Bukayo Saka. I think he was the worst out of our attackers today. I think he really struggled, mainly because my tactical analysis was correct. They put 3 players on him. So he's forced inside by Dallo, but then he's forced back outside by Casemiro. So it's a very difficult situation for Saka today. Not today, yesterday. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Not because he played bad, he couldn't get the ball. It was very good defensively from Man United. So I'm going to give Saka a 5.
Yeah, same. I think 5 is good as well because it was good tactical intelligence by Man United, knowing that he's got some insane pace and will be a threat. But I think in that circumstance, putting all that players on Bukayo Saka caused Arsenal's other attackers and midfielder to slide into the gaps. But so 5 out of 10 I think is a fair performance.
And then up front, Eddie Nketiah. He didn't score a goal, unfortunately. He deserved the goal.
He did.
He deserved the goal.
Indeed.
The way that he was pressuring Onana and the way that he was pressuring all the Manchester United backline, he played so well. He got Lindelof booked, which led him to be taken off, and he got Martinez injured by the way that Martinez tackled him. I think it was very good. I think that he deserved the goal.
I just want to say something. I should say Nketiah over these past couple of games,
he's been very good.
Absolutely phenomenal.
And I think he keeps Gabriel as the other team. My personal opinion. I think he does that.
That's what I've been saying. I've been saying
so
that.
what do you rate him?
I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. That was a phenomenal performance.
That's good.
Pacey, strong, quick, intelligent.
Yeah.
There's everything a striker needs.
Yeah. I'm going to give him 8.
And something interesting is that most strikers don't have good passing abilities.
Yeah.
He can bang in the ball.
Yeah.
He can whip one in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, he deserves this. He's been putting in the effort.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I watched the Arsenal All or Nothing documentary. His mentality is one of the best. But anyway,
on to Gabriel Martinelli. So, arguably, most flamboyant winger in the Prem. One of the best also. In my opinion, I think it was a good performance from him.
Yeah.
It was good. It is Martinelli. This is what you expect from him. So, I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10.
9? Okay,
I think that he was very good, especially since Manchester United dragged 3 players out. So when you drag players out, there's a swivel formation where you have to bring other players with to back up. So that gave Martinelli a lot of space and he did his thing on that wing. Wan-Bissaka was very good, I'll give him that, but Martinelli did his thing. It's a 9 for me. I think he played very well.
Class.
Yeah.
Overall, just a fantastic performance from Arsenal. Although, I am still surprised that they didn't settle the game
Same,
before the
I also
halftime.
am. I feel like we played much better than them. We should have settled earlier, but yeah.
In my opinion, with a performance like this, Arsenal will be able to settle, she should be able to settle Man United at least 1-0 before halftime, in my opinion. But otherwise, very good.
Very good, yeah.
I must say, we have to give credit to Man United's defenders for stepping onto the field.
Yeah.
knowing that they're going to be absolutely dog walked by Martin Odegaard and the GOAT Kai Havertz.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, now that we've done the Premier League things, we're gonna move on to our guests Xavier and Muji. How are you guys feeling?
Yes.
I'm pretty good.
Okay,
Feeling a
good.
bit pumped now.
Okay, so what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be going through a list of crimes. It's not that type of thing. We're gonna go through a list of crimes and we're gonna see who is more likely to do this. Who's that type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
I think we might wanna.
Yeah. Okay. Who's more likely to do these things? So we're gonna start off with domestic violence. Everyone to start off with.
Okay, so
everyone.
Josh, who do you think is gonna be more likely?
My opinion, most likely to do domestic violence. Before we start this, no disrespect to anyone.
Yeah,
Xavier.
We all like each other here. We all like each other here, but it's Xavier.
Xavier.
Okay, I see.
Xavier.
I would have gone for Kruger National Park.
Okay, so Xavier, who are you going for?
I was gonna go for Mujahid, I'm not gonna lie.
And who are you going to go for?
Mr. Kruger.
Okay. Do we have a reason for why we all chose Xavier and you chose Muji? Do you have a reason?
He's just built big in a
Okay.
masculine way. I don't know.
And that means he's gonna come
And me?
back.
What about me? Yeah.
Honestly, it's
I
can't say that on a public platform. My reason cannot be stated.
I'm saying you because you are lanky and it's
Yeah,
just,
you
it's
are
quite scary.
can I be honest? You give a vibes like, you know, me and Minty, the famous YouTuber, like lanky sex offender vibes. I don't know, like that's just.
Like some guy don't be an girl anyway.
Okay, that's crazy.
I think I may have the most different one of all of you. When I look at Xavier, mine goes straight to alcohol. So I think alcohol
That's
is
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Alrighty.
Okay, on to the next one. Driving under the influence of alcohol. I'm writing Muji off straight away.
Yeah,
because
that's Muji.
that's against his
That's-
religion. Drinking is against his religion. Okay.
I forgot.
To be honest, I would've gone straight
If you
to
could,
Zach.
I would still say you.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I would say me. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Drinking under. I feel like Zach's not reckless enough to do that. I think my reasoning would be
Accidental.
is accidental. Yes, I wouldn't think I'm
Are
drunk.
you accidentally taking
I would be
some
so-
alcohol?
Okay, you know what? Let's stop,
You're so
let's
drunk
stop
that you don't
talking
even
about
think.
this because we are all underage. We don't
Yeah.
drink. Let's clear that out the air. We don't
Yeah.
drink. We don't do any of that.
Disclaimer.
What
Let's
you
just
mean
move on.
on
Let's
age?
just move on.
Yo, what you mean on day?
By the way,
I'm not old on here.
you kind of put yourself in the situation. to
Okay, let's
describe.
stop. Let's
Let's
stop.
see the
Let's
next
just stop.
one.
White collar crimes.
White
You guys
collar
know what a
crimes.
white
Which
collar
ones are
crime
those
is?
again?
So a white collar crime is embezzlement, insider trading, money laundering.
Okay. He might not be here with us,
okay.
but I'm taking Razine.
Yeah, he's not here. He's not here with us, but it's Razin Ibrahim. But out of everyone, yeah, I'm saying Xavier again.
Yeah, Xavier
I would
again.
say Zach.
Honestly, I'd also
Zach,
say
okay,
myself.
that's
That
interesting.
one.
Can we get your reasoning for that?
It's Zach.
No,
He's way too positive about this. He's
Okay.
always joking, so it means people won't take it seriously. So we don't know behind the back
Environmental
of everyone.
crime.
We don't know
Environmental
behind the back of everyone if he will do this or not.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, now let's go on to the one that Zach already shouted out. An environmental crime. An environmental crime is violating environmental laws.
I got a question. Why make it sound so bad?
I know. It's
Violating.
It's like
No.
So
on,
it's-
on my life, I'm reading this from the thing. Violating environmental laws.
so it's
like
illegal
littering.
dumping and pollution, basically littering. And my it's Muji. I'm gonna be real. It's
Yeah,
Muji.
no, I also feel that.
But I feel like you wouldn't do it on purpose. Like,
No.
just be
You
living
do
is
it by
normal.
I
Just
just
do
cut
that.
off way too much of cars. Get that platinum from the cats. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on to the next one.
Yeah.
Next one is murder. That's a very hectic one. Just wanna
I think everyone can say
we've got
it's me.
demonetized already. I just wanna say this is all for entertainment purposes
Yeah.
only.
100%.
No one's actually murdered
Yeah.
anyone.
No,
Or
no,
from what I
nobody.
know. From what I know.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting directly across the person who I think it is. It's Xavier again. No disrespect to you, Xavier. No respect to you. But I honestly think again it's gonna be an accident. Like I feel like you're gonna be like playing around with someone and just like pushing him off a cliff by accident. You're like in those movies. In those movies.
That's
Yeah.
manslaughter.
Okay, yeah, manslaughter. That's manslaughter.
Manslaughter,
Murder,
but-
Zach.
But
Why?
For
Dude,
murder,
can
I'd
we
say-
get your reasoning?
I feel like my reasoning for Zach being murder is like, I feel like you're gonna have like a crazy ex. He's gonna be tired of
Yes.
him. He's gonna be like, bah, 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 like they got like Glock and shit.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm putting my money on Muji.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
that
not
one.
Yeah, I'm saying
I
Muji.
get angry way too easy.
Okay, can we get your reasoning for Muji?
That's Muji.
Yeah, he's kind of like on that side.
Brings
Okay,
in
fair
assault
enough.
vibes.
Whoa.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
what?
kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Okay, moving on from that, Xavier. We're gonna talk about some more deep stuff now. Not really deep, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about your passion and your expertise in certain things. So basically, me and Zach, we both love football.
Yes,
We both
yes.
love sport. We both love analyzing sport.
Yes.
So
it's fun.
now we want to know what interests you. What's your personal experience with these things, and like why do you enjoy it?
So is this like hobbies or
Anything, hobbies, things you enjoy. Like you see, me and Zach, we like football. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I've been trying to get into lockpicking.
Okay.
So I did picked a couple of locks,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
proper locks. So I have some of the locks actually on me. Also bought a lockpick set so I can pick set locks.
Yeah.
I've actually not gone to any classes or anything for this. I've just
So you're just
Please.
naturally good at it.
no, I watched.
Oh, you
YouTube.
practice, you practice.
I YouTube-
Okay,
I,
fair enough,
I watched
fair enough.
YouTube,
Yeah,
lockpicking,
yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
That-
So you say that's a
pretty sick.
hobby, or is that
That's a
like
hobby,
it's a
that's a
hobby?
hobby.
Okay, it's a hobby. It's a hobby.
Do they have like sports? Because I know like for some
No,
hobbies they have
sports.
sports.
Yeah, do you have any sports that you not necessarily
Alright.
that you play, but like just things sports you enjoy, like watching, just something like that.
So I do actually enjoy watching rugby.
Okay,
A lot of
okay,
rugby,
okay.
Because my brother
Yeah?
playing Western
Yeah,
Province,
yeah.
So
Okay, so I have a very important question for you: Springboks or All Blacks?
Springboks, 100%.
Okay,
Yes.
good. And you, Muji,
Yes, that's
Springboks
Green
or All
and
Blacks?
gold.
I have to say, my grandfather, All Black supporter, father, Springbok. Everyone else been All Black, but I was supporting the book all the way.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you,
But
man.
Can we get a round of applause? Can we get a round of
Yes,
applause?
Golden
let's get
green.
that.
Nice.
So, Muji, what's your passions or expertise?
I would like to say expertise is
Has to be cars, something.
driving and fixing
Okay,
cars
yeah.
or mechanical things.
So when you say that, you mean like you'll take a broken car and like repair the engine and stuff like
I
that?
currently am
or like-
doing that.
or-
Okay, because
better
that's a
word.
very good. That's a very good thing. Like, I think I want to start doing that, but I have no clue what I'm doing.
Honestly,
so,
dude.
yeah, I think like repairing cars and that type of thing, even as a hobby, it's a very like nice thing to do.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd love to be able to do that kind of stuff, but the thing is, I'm totally not smart enough to do that.
Look, props to you though, because that's a
Yeah.
very important thing to do. But what you want to say?
For this, right, it's very not just time consuming, it'll make you go mentally insane. Currently I'm working on an engine for the past year now on a Ford Figo. I can't find the problem, but it's there.
When you say problem, you mean like you don't know what's wrong with the car to fix.
No, like we'll be driving, right?
Yeah.
And you can already feel like
Okay.
something's not right because the car will cut out once it's too low for RPM, but it also cut out if it's like too high, but not too high to the end of the speedometer.
Okay.
Okay.
That's very interesting though.
That is,
Like
I must say.
that's a very like nice like not nice, but like what's the word? It's a very good hobby to have.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think that you'll go into it like professionally, like as a job to do, like that, like working
I
on
really
cars?
am applying to some.
Okay.
as, like,
But is
part-time
that
for
like
the-
is your end goal to become like a good mechanic? Is that
end goal to be part of one of South Africa's new rally teams going into the new.
Have you ever
World
thought of like
Championship.
being in a F1 team, like doing one of those, or too much?
Look, for F1, we have had a lot of people gone through, like Jody Scheckter drove for Ferrari and got South Africa's one and only World Championship title. But there's not been a lot of South Africans for mechanical side to get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a question on that. So do you think that fixing like anything like car like mechanical is that a profession that you think people can just come into, or is that something that you just always have to be?
Look, you can
Like,
come
involved
into it.
with.
You can come into it. It's very easy to. You just need to be smart enough to understand what's happening. So a lot of background research will be needed before starting.
Okay.
You should also like
Do-
not be too scared to get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
I
Do,
guess.
do you think that always liking cars gives you a boost? Like always being like involved with cars, having people around you that drive cars. Like I don't know if you've ever been to like Kalani or something. Do you think that helps with this?
Look, for me, it doesn't really. But for other people, I can see why it would. Because of how people like
Yeah.
Xavier, like in the fire coming out, they exhaust a lot to the point where it'll melt off. Or Zach with the sound. And of course, our broadcaster over here, like in looks of the cars. Like the Italians make all the cars look nice.
I think that'd be cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Xavier, going back to you, I want to ask you, what like made you into that type of thing? Was it just like
Lockpicking.
Yeah, lockpick or like lockpicking, that type of thing. What got you into it? What made you want to start that? Or was it just like a flick, like be like, oh, this is kind of cool?
So
Like-
that was like the original idea.
Okay.
I thought, yeah, it sounds pretty cool to get into lockpicking.
Yeah.
Then I also thought like, what happens if I forget my keys at home or something like that?
Okay.
So you thought of it more in a practical way.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it'll help you.
But I'm not gonna like use lockpicking for bad things because I don't believe that's good.
Yeah.
I prefer like
Although-
maybe
I
once I get a
also-
job, I can open up a company, like
yeah,
a
yeah.
second
I
company.
also feel like it's a very good skill to have.
Yeah,
Because,
like,
like-
lockpickers or locksmiths, they get paid a lot of money
Yeah,
to unlock
yeah.
cars for people.
So do you think you'll also go into that field, like
Yeah.
doing that? Okay, that's
yeah,
also
I
good.
feel like if I can go to like Johannesburg and get a
Yeah.
not Johannesburg, Gauteng,
Yeah.
get like a picking degree of sorts.
Yeah. I got a question. That do you think that lockpicking is an easier profession? Did it take you long to learn?
Took me about a day just to figure out
That's
how
very
to.
impressive. I
that-
can't
wow.
lie.
It took me a day
Hold
to
on,
figure
hold on.
out how to pick the acrylic one,
Yeah,
the see-through one, to understand how the pins move. And then when I got the proper locks, it also took me around about a day
Okay,
to
I
figure
see.
out.
I just want to say is I want to blame you being able to learn that fast on your ADHD because that really boosts.
That's
Same with me. It really
Yeah.
boosts.
Getting distracted
focusing.
by everything else.
That's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then Xavier and Muji, this is for both of you. So this is quite a personal, not really personal question, but it's a deep thinking question. So obviously we all in high school. We're all young. Like
Yeah.
we still have our whole lives ahead of us. But the person you are today, what like if you could maybe think back to maybe one experience, something that happened that like changed your whole like way you think on life, or something may have happened to you that like made you grow as a person. What do you think it could have been?
Do you want to go first?
Like almost like made you better.
Yeah.
Okay,
Made you
so
better, made you better.
2014, I think, I had operation, heart operation, midway through the operation, I woke up. They had too little anesthetic, whatever it's called, in for me, because I flew through that within an hour of it being a 12-hour operation.
Yeah.
I woke up, I could see everything, I could just about feel everything, woke up screaming, and then I blacked out. After that, I realized that pain is everything to change someone. Like, breaking your arm, everyone's broken something. Like, you've probably broken your heart with people.
Okay.
Pain changes people,
Yeah.
mainly for good.
Yeah.
And let's look at Xavier and his history side of things.
I think that's a good thing though. Pain is a very powerful emotion.
So, I wouldn't say it's emotion. I mean, like if I punch you,
It's a way you feel. It's a way you feel.
Yeah.
Like if I punch you, it's gonna like you feel that.
yeah,
So
I
yeah.
feel that.
And then yeah. So thank you for that, Muji. Yeah.
That's
And
interesting.
then
interesting.
Xavier, for you.
So I think it's between like learning about, say, war, for instance. Okay, we always used to think war is such a cool thing to get into. Like we always had like those imaginary fights with people where we take like nerve guns and we act as if we're
And
in a
if we
war.
were younger, we see movies about war. We think it's
the coolest
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
But now you start to think, is it really that cool? Because now people are. That is what started making me think that I don't want to go to war. I don't want to ruin
Yeah.
what could be a really, really good life.
Yes. Yeah.
Same with like many of the kids, or not kids, but 18-year-old
Yeah, I see what you
men
mean,
during World War II. They could have become doctors or.
Yeah. I just got a question. Do you think that, like we all know war isn't a good thing. Like we all disagree on that. Or all agree on that. But do you think that, for example, if someone is, like, or a group is attacking your homeland, or say, for example, your area, community, or your country, do you think going to war to protect your country is important?
So,
Yeah.
I think to fight for your family, for your friends is the thing. Like fighting for, let's say, if I go to war with Muji, I'd fight with Muji to help, let's say, save it, or help his family, or help my family.
It's understandable. Yeah.
Just on that, what Xavier's saying that, he will probably use me as a shield. Because
What's up with your
Actually,
agenda on Xavier?
I really see what Xavier says though, because obviously none of us want to go to war.
Yeah,
I do.
that is.
I do.
But I also see like protecting yourself, protecting your family, all that. That's also very important. So that's a very good take on it, because I've never thought about it like that.
So do you think that justifies war? Having to protect your family?
To protect your family, yes, but if it's, let's say, you going to another place to fight, I did not find good.
Yeah.
Like you feel like going out of your way to go for a fight.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't want to. Like I'd try and solve as much of it with peace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
And then just to end off, we're gonna do this thing where we ask our guest a question, and the next guest that comes on, they're gonna answer a question. So unfortunately, there's no questions for you guys because you're the first guest.
Well,
So,
at least that's
yeah. So what question would you have that you would want to give to our next guest? It can be about anything. It can be about politics, sport, life, absolutely anything.
Do you want to go first?
No, you do.
What do you think your reason is for living at this stage?
Okay, it's a good question.
Damn, that's a good question.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like
Try to follow it
next
up.
level. Just
Yeah,
do
it doesn't
whatever
have
you
to
think.
be like
Life
deep.
changing.
It can be easy, anything, whatever
Yeah.
you think.
So country, if you had to move away from whichever country that you are in, where would it be?
Okay.
You also want to ask them why they would move.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening
Thank
to
you
our
very
first
much.
ever episode of the Hot Takez podcast. We'll see you soon
We
with our
appreciate it.
next guest being Amir Rawood.
The one and
Can't wait to
only.
talk to him soon. His takes about Manchester United, all those things.
It's
Thank you for
phenomenal.
listening.
Thank you very much.